Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to talk about my thoughts on what to expect from the Utah Jazz, aka my playoff predictions for the Utah Jazz. So let's get into today's video. I want to hear, before we start today's video, where do you think the Utah Jazz are going to be at the end of this playoff race? Are they going to be championship winners? Whatever. Sorry, I was just laying on like really nice pants I have, and I was just looking at them right now to see if I just like crease them, because then I'm going to have to go get them dry cleaned. All right, the Utah Jazz, man, oh man, I think they're so deep. And I want to say this team, if they don't make it to the Western Conference Finals, at least, I want to say it's just a disappointment. You know, unless they get knocked out in the second round to like a 7-game series and it was just like a buzzer beater or something, I think that'll be respectable. But really, just the way they played this year, I think, in my personal opinion, that if they don't make the Western Conference Finals, I think that would just be like a disappointing end to the year. I think the Western Conference Finals is where I expect them to at least go, and I'll explain why. Obviously, I presume Conley, Mitchell, and Morgan will all be healthy for the playoffs. Like, I don't care if they don't play them for the rest of the year because they want to keep them healthy. But when healthy, this team, they don't have a true, like, you could say Mike Conley is a true point guard. Mark Conley is a true point guard. But in the sense that this team doesn't have a true facilitator. There's no guy that you could say, yes, there's a guy who leads the team in assists, but the ball distribution is everyone has a hand in it, okay? So Conley, Mitchell, and Ingles all have about 5+ assists a game. Ingles with 4.7 assists per game, Mitchell with 5.2, Conley with 6. And then you have Royce O'Neal and Clarkson both getting 2.5 both. And then you have Bojan Bogdanovic getting about 2, and Trent Forrest and Rudy Gobert both giving 1.5. So between those 8 guys, they are literally dishing out so many assists. Everyone's getting the ball. The ball's moving around, creating open opportunities for guys who are moving around the court on off balls and, you know, for catch and shoot opportunities or slashing towards the basket. It's what makes this offense so great. And I think people don't give credit to the Utah Jazz with how much depth they have and how they keep finding players to come in. I love Georges Niang, and I really think Georges Niang can develop into he's 27 years old, okay? And this is what, his 4th year in Utah, and it's his most minutes he's gotten, and he's shown for the past 3 years he's a 40% three-point shooter, and he's phenomenal, okay? In the past 3 years, he's attempted at least 100 three-pointers. Past 2 years, over 200 three-pointers. And I think eventually, if they really can figure out to see, maybe he could be a playmaker, maybe in like the future. I just want to say this. Do you guys think when Joe Ingles retires or when Joe Ingles goes bad, Georges Niang could presume that role? I just want to hear your guys' opinion. I just really like seeing him. He always, like, he does well when he comes in. But that's not what this video is about. If the opposing team focuses on Donovan Mitchell, that opens up the game for Bojan Bogdanovic and Mike Conley had a great game. If Mike Conley and Bojan are shut down, Rudy Gobert can finish in the inside like nobody else and can have a 20-point game from just finishing on the inside. And the other thing is, people don't give Royce O'Neal or even Joe Ingles enough credit, because Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell are able to get rest with the duo of Jordan Clarkson and Joe Ingles coming in there, and Jingling Joe will literally dish it out, get opportunities for Bojan Bogdanovic to score and Royce O'Neal. So it's awesome, and I think it's really fun to watch. So I want to hear your opinions down below. What do you guys think of the Utah Jazz? I just wanted to add that different microphone right now because my girlfriend's in my room where my microphone is taking a test, so I can't go in there. But I want to just put one point down, is that I think if we look at the NBA standings right now, to hammer home the point that I'm trying to get across, is looking at the Western Conference, the Jazz are probably going to face, personally, I think either the Warriors or the Spurs. I really think it's going to be the Spurs. I don't think the Grizzlies are going to make it. And
I think they can obviously take the Spurs, and then same thing with the Warriors. Warriors might make it interesting, but they'll clean house with this against the Spurs. Now I think they can take the Trailblazers, they can take the Mavericks. Now the Suns, I think they can beat. I think they can beat the Clippers. I really think the two teams that can really provide kind of just some challenges against them is the Lakers and the Nuggets. The Lakers, obviously, if they're healthy, I think that's their biggest threat. If a fully healthy Lakers team with good chemistry, but if they go on a run like they did last year. But I really think the Denver Nuggets are the team that could do something due to the fact that they have Aaron Gordon, they have Will Barton's been playing well, but Michael Porter Jr., they have Facundo Campazzo, Jamal Murray's out. You know, Nikola Jokic, how good he is. He makes everyone just good around him. I think if that team's really clicking, that could be a team that could scare the Jazz. But I think the Jazz can really make it to the Western Conference Finals or even make it into the NBA Finals. So let me hear your opinions down below, guys. But peace out.